Well, good evening, everybody. It's a little bit later than we planned, but welcome to Longview Game Day. Chuck Zach along with you as we come live from Royse City ISD Stadium, where it is the season finale for your Longview Lobos. They'll take on the Royse City Bulldogs in a game that has had already a lightning delay, a lot of rain, a senior night of more than 120 Bulldogs who are being introduced. And we may play football, and if we're going to do that, we better have Keaton Daniels here.
Hey, everybody. Glad to be here. Hope you guys have weathered the storm like we have. And one of the best setups that we've had all year. But we're having to fight this rain. But we're here to bring it to you, and as always, let's go Lobos.
I tell you what, we kind of anticipated weather was going to be a thing. There was some talk maybe about trying to move this thing earlier. A lot of schools have played earlier in the day today. Some even played last night instead. It didn't work out for us here, and so what was supposed to be 7:30 is now about 8:10. It's 69 degrees here at Royse City. We are in the middle still of rain, and you can probably see on the camera some of that. And you're also going to see the stadium lights going on and off. That is not a lightning thing. That is a stadium thing. They do that with the run out. They'll do it if the Bulldogs happen to score tonight. And so don't freak out when you see that. However, that may be the last time you see it tonight.
I was just about to say, let's see how many times that happens. So they say it goes off every time they score, but let's make that a minimum.
Yeah. Well, the Lobos come in with a 7-2 record. They've already clinched the district championship in 10-6A, and as a result, this is a game that really has no meaning for Longview, and we'll be quiet for the national anthem. We'll come back and talk more about it in just a second. As if on cue, the rain comes a little bit harder. Why not? It's going to be that way probably for the next hour or so, although to be honest with you, there's rain in the forecast all the way through midnight tonight. So you may get as hard a rain as you're going to see right now, and it may back off for the rest of the day. We've already posted earlier about the delay and trying to get started, and right away, folks chimed in. It reminds us of the Alito game, and we don't even want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah, we definitely don't want to talk about that. And with this rain, we're going to be limited on some of our camera angles. We cannot bring you guys, unfortunately, our end zone or our sideline camera views for obvious reasons. We cannot get any of our equipment wet. So you guys are going to have to hang up tight with us and enjoy the show from us. And while you're in the comfort of your own home, have a cold one for me and Chuck.
Yeah, or a warm one. That may be not a bad idea either.
That's for sure, right.
All right, the Lobos won the opening toss. They decided to defer, and so as a result, DeAndre Mitchell's going to kick to start things off. The Bulldogs come in. They've not won a district game. They're 2-7 overall on the season. Their last win came in the last tune-up game in non-district when they beat Weatherford 35-25. Since then, they've been pretty much manhandled. The only one they were close with, Tyler Legacy. They lost by a touchdown. Everybody else, big margins. And so they're looking to try to end this first season for their head coach, Andrew Colvin, with a memorable win. Lobos just trying to take care of business and move on to the postseason. Here's the opening kick, and it'll sail all the way back into the end zone. They're going to bring it out. It was bobbled at the goal line, and the decision was made to bring it out, and that's not going to get very far. Maybe the 9-yard line, as Camarion Clark is the return man, and the Lobo defense is going to come out in excellent position to start this game.
Well, we started the beginning of our season with bad weather. how about we end the regular season with that as well, too? We started out in Lufkin and with it being a slow game, the rain got in the way. Hopefully we learn from that and we can definitely put more points on the board than we did that game.
I'll agree to that if we can play for 6 more weeks in good weather.
Absolutely.
Will you give me that?
Trust me, I would love to have that.
All right, it's going to be a lot of running the football, and on first down, Royse City gets maybe a yard as we set them up offensively. Jamarian Richardson's their quarterback. He is a junior who's completed about 47% of his passes this season. He has thrown 12 touchdowns. He has thrown 10 interceptions. So on first down, a yard gain, and it'll be second down and 10. Or maybe 9. Handoff to the tailback, and he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage, maybe pushing forward. That's Xavier Watson, their junior tailback. He's their leading rusher with 382 yards. And so back-to-back carries for Watson, and it becomes a third down and about 6 at the 15-yard line.
Defense gets to just tee off knowing they're going to be running the ball majority of the time. They get to just pin their ears back and just go forward and play downhill as much and as fast as they can, knowing that this team is not going to throw the ball that much in the rain.
All right, so Richardson back in again. Actually, they've got their second quarterback in there now. He's going to toss the ball, and that is caught out across the 25-yard line for a first down. Their second quarterback is Peyton Peoples. He's number 10 as he completes that to tight end Hunter Hayes for a first down.
Big kid there throwing the ball, found the tight end wide open, tight end stretched out and secured that catch and brought it in, makes it a first down for this Royse City team.
I don't know about these multiple quarterbacks we've seen the last few weeks, but
true.
This is another team that has 2 quarterbacks, and on a first down carry, up the middle goes Watson to about the 35-yard line. 34 is where they'll mark him down. It'll be second down.
This Bulldog team just on this running play tried to show some aggressiveness, running the ball and falling forward there. Good run for them, reeled off about 7 yards.
Defensively, Isaiah Horton, Zevion Jackson, and I think we're going to see probably a lot of Jaden Woolridge today. Jemias Morrow, Kason Brooks, Brendan Reese, and Jesse Hampton Williams, the linebackers. Caden Carter and Bubba White, the corners. Jalen Taylor and Brian Peoples, the safeties. And ball on the bad snap all the way back to the 23-yard line. It's going to bring up third down and 15 for Royse City. And this is the place they do not want to be, is obviously behind the sticks against this Lobo defense.
Yeah, when you get to third and forever on a raining day, good luck to you. The chances are not on your side.
So a loss back to the 23-yard line. And now it's third down. First time we may be getting an obvious passing situation is Peyton Peoples. And Peoples, 57% of his passes have been completed, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. And he's back in the gun now. We got a whistle before we ever got going. Lobos were getting ready to bring pressure, and before we got going, we get our first timeout on the field. So it comes with 9:24 left to play in the first quarter. Scoreless ball game. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back here on Game Day.
We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let them reach the skies. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. Hickory down, giving them all that we got. Kicked on the door, tried to knock, but nobody answered. I'm going harder, taking my chances. I keep it moving, I keep advancing. We about to change the game. We out here taking names. Let our voices rise. Let them reach the skies. Let's go.
All righty, welcome back as we come out of the timeout. 9:24 to play first quarter. Third down 15, and Peoples back to pass. They're going to set up a little screen, and that is going nowhere. Lobos sniffed that out in a hurry as they drop the tight end back at about the 18-yard line, and it's going to bring up fourth down.
Sniff is right there. You're right. Third and forever. They're not going to be able to get a long throw off. Chances are you want to just try to get your screen, get your linemen, get your blockers in front of you. Hopefully you can break some tackles and reel off a long run, but they was unsuccessful. Brings up fourth down.
Emilio Brito is their punter. He's standing back on the 7. Bubba White on the 50-yard line. Lobos in line to get pretty good field position on their first possession. But it's going to be a wet ball. Line drive low, and Bubba's calling everybody get away from the ball, and it goes out of bounds at the 47 on the Royse City side of the field. Lobos get excellent field position to start this ball game offensively.
Excellent field position. You know what's coming at you. We're finna run it at you. See how tough you are. See how tough you want to play in this rain. Hopefully we can protect the ball and be able to establish our dominance.
All right, offensively, the Lobos, pretty familiar stuff, and we don't expect to see them in the game very long today with a nothing to play for kind of ball game, other than you don't want to go in sloppy at the end. But Maverick Rowe at quarterback on first down. Bubba Humphrey right behind him, and handoff up the middle, and away we go. There's Boosie on the first carry, and that's an easy 47 yards. Hello, end zone. One play, one score. Lobos up 6-0.
Well, he must have visited Staples, because where is the easy button? The hole opened up, it parted like the Red Sea. Nobody touched me, touchdown is all I'm going to be able to see. Boosie gets in the end zone to score first play.
Boosie starts this game as the 7th best single-season rusher in Lobo history. He just jumped to number 6 as he picks up a 47-yard score, a one-play drive, point after by Mitchell up and good. It's a 7-0 ball game with 8:29 left to play in the first quarter. Frank, you want a break? He does. We'll take a break. We're coming right back. You're on Game Day.
I'm attorney Marty Young. When you or your loved ones are involved in a catastrophic accident, hire the law firm with a proven track record.
In the last 25 years, no law firm has achieved our results in and out of the courtroom. You need and want to hire the lawyers who get proven results that insurance companies and corporations know about, that insurance and corporations are afraid of. Don't make the mistake of hiring a law firm who is not feared by the insurance industry. We truly hope you never need us, but if you do, we're here to help.
All right, welcome back. Boosie with a 47-yard touchdown run to pass Andre Davis for the number 6 spot all-time. He did that back in 1991 when he ran for a total of 1,626 yards. Boosie is working his way up the list. If he can pick up 15 more, he'll catch Caden Meredith for 5th place all-time. Here's Mitchell's kick to back the Bulldogs all the way back. They're just going to watch it sail over their heads, and they'll take it at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I think they learned from their first mistakes on their first drive, starting inside of the 10-yard line. Against a Longview defense in the rain, it's hard to be able to get good field position or be able to try to score. So instead, they're going to take a touchback and take the ball on the 25-yard line.
These two teams saw the same team the last time they each played. For Longview, it was a win over North Forney, 21-0. Maybe their best defensive performance in a couple of years, to be honest with you. On the other side, when Royse City saw North Forney, they lost 62-23. Gives you an idea about the gap between the two teams.
Oh, yeah.
People's still in there at quarterback for Royse City. They'll hand off on first down, and oh boy, nothing doing. Jaden Woolridge, the first one in there, and that'll be a loss back to about the 21-yard line, and it's rough going early for Xavier Watson.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to play downhill. When you get your defensive linemen firing off like that, it is going to be a recipe for a long night for this team right here, this Bulldog team.
2nd down 14 as they lost 4 on that first down carry. Also in there on the tackle, DeKalen Nelson, by the way. 2nd down, they'll fake the handoff, throw, and got a man open. Ball, however, jarred loose on the big hit. That was Jalen Taylor in there to separate ball from Jamel Ward, the intended target. And it brings up 3rd down and 14.
Brings up 3rd and long. We was in zone coverage. Your free safety, Jalen Taylor, saw the route developing in front of him, and he tried to run through the defender or tried to run through the receiver to separate the ball, and he did to bring up 3rd down.
Lobos bringing in some fresh defenders on 3rd down and long. This has been the strength of this Lobo team since I lost 6 defensive linemen early in the year. They worked in some new guys and then got those hurt guys back, and it has been a huge difference. Watson, nothing doing. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. First one there, Jesse Hampton-Williams. And looks like 4th down is up and coming, although, yeah, here we come.
You got to give credit to Coach Buns and Coach Berry. They have a next man up approach, and so when players go down, You don't want them to be with their heads hanging down like, what are we going to do? He's like, no, it's your turn. You need to go in there and do something about it. And credit to them and the coaching staff. They've been playing lights out.
Watson, 4 carries, 1 yard so far in the quarter. Ball slips by the punter. Brito's in trouble. Ball is loose into the end zone. Lobo's going to find it, fall on it, get a touchdown out of it.
Special teams showing you why they are meant to be special. Coming up with a touchdown on the third phase of the game, coming up with the points. Gotta love it. Going up 2 scores within the first 5 minutes. Gotta love the way that we're coming out and playing.
Isaiah Horton's the one who got to the football first in the end zone. I think that maybe is that his second special teams touchdown this year?
I think you're right. The shout out to the senior. He's letting it all out this year, and he's not disappointing anybody.
All right, here's the point after Mitchell hits that. We're barely, 5 minutes into this game. The Lobos have had 1 offensive play. They've got a 14-0 lead, and we're just going to keep it here during the interlude because, after all, why not?
Catch your breath. Sit back. Relax. Let's give a special shout-out to our sponsors, Gaines & Smith Insurance Agency. Thank you guys for all that you do to be able to bring everything to us so we can bring this game to you. Hope you guys are enjoying it. If you're watching it on Facebook, please share. Let everybody know the Longview Lobos are in a heck of a rainstorm right now as we have the camera on the coaches just getting wet. We're sitting up here enjoying the game just like you are on the couch. So, man, I hope you guys are enjoying this. Please be safe. Pray for us as we get ready to travel back home in this mess as well.
Well, we got a long way for traveling back home. We're 5 minutes into the first quarter. You got us already on the car back home again.
Please let the clock run.
Well, and that would be best case scenario, obviously, for everybody is to not linger here in Royse City any longer than we have to.
Absolutely right.
All right, here's the kick by Mitchell. He's driven 1 into the end zone, and this one's going to jump back there as well as Cordarian Powell and Clark both watching that ball over their heads, so come back out to the 25-yard line.
If you're Royse City, you're over there scratching your heads like, what can we do? If you Longview, the answer is nothing. Hopefully the defense can come out in their third series, continue to keep playing like they are, and shut them out again.
The head coach here at Royse City is one Andrew Colvin. He had been the OC at Rockwall 3 seasons before he got hired back in the spring. This is his first head coaching job, and he was actually in Dave Campbell's. If you picked one up during the summer, as one of the 40 under 40 promising young coaches in the state. On first down, trying a little jet sweep, and that's going to go nowhere. That Lobo defense is really fast and hard to run on, and that's going to be a loss of 2 back to the 23-yard line on the carry. Xavier Brown for Royse City.
If you had to ask me on a scale of 1 to 10, what's this Longview's defense confidence meter, I'm going to say it's at 1,000. And as you see right there, they're tackling for losses. You see the safety coming from 10, 12 yards deep down there. Man, these guys are really flying right now.
Wait, did you say on a scale of 1 to 10 you're going 1,000?
1,000.
I think you're off the scale there, big guy.
I'm definitely off the scale. My meter's broke.
Second down and 12. Peyton Peoples with the handoff again. Now, boy, they're having all kinds of problems. Right now, the offensive line cannot do anything with the Lobo defenders, and they're getting penetration at the handoff, and nothing's doing. Watson for a loss of how many more? Another yard, 2 more yards, as he's now 5 carries and -1 yard.
You're going the right way there. Keep running like you're doing. Longview, keep playing like you're playing. And it's going to be a short night for this first group.
Jamarian Richardson, who is a junior, got the first play or 2 of the game, I think, and since then it's been all Peyton Peoples. So on third down 14, they're going to go direct snap, and this will move the ball at least across the 30-yard line and bring up a fourth down as Xavier Brown gets the gain out across the 30 to the 31-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. Looks like they may be trying to go here.
Nothing to lose here.
I guess not, but we got a flag and whistles and all kinds of stuff before this got going. I think they were trying to draw the Lobos offside, and instead they false started and go back 5 yards.
Yeah, now I'm definitely willing to bet you they're probably going to punt the ball off. And hopefully you get a chance to read off this our Lobo offensive line as we scored in one play.
We never even got a chance. All right, so with 4th down and 9 now, let's see if they're going to bring Brito in or they're going to stay with the offense out here. All right, well, I mean, you do you, I guess.
I guess they realize, here they go with the timeout here. So
yeah, they got to think about this.
Yep.
I mean, this is one of those moves, not that it matters a great deal in the grand scheme of things, but you want to set your team up for just getting embarrassed a little bit. You don't want to do this, I don't think.
Yeah, didn't think about it. What good is taking the timeout going to do? Your offense is not putting up any points right now. Just go ahead and take that 5-yard penalty and try to get the punt off.
Yeah.
And try to save that timeout for the second quarter as you're trying to drive down the field. Hopefully on the drive where you need that timeout to get you some points.
Now, this isn't the only game in district this evening, and it gets kind of weird on what's going on. Of course, we've clinched our spot. We're the number 1 seed. We'll host Naaman Forest from Garland next Friday, we assume. But beyond that, well, we got a little crazy going on. Longview, North Forney, Rockwall have all clinched. Tonight, the games are Rockwall at North Forney and Forney at Rockwall Heath. Winner of Heath and Forney will get the last playoff berth, and that's just the beginning of things because seeding then comes into play, but it doesn't affect the Lobos. Brito's kick this time drives back Bubba to the 38-yard line, decides he wanted to try to change directions, and we'll get to the 42, and that's about it.
Bubba did the right thing, and it was just securing that ball first. You don't want to give up any type of ill-advised turnovers. Give this Royse City team any type of confidence, thinking that they can do anything. And let's see what the offense get ready to do as we coming out for our second drive officially.
Do you even call it a drive?
No.
The first one was one play, Boosie touchdown. Lobos up 14-0, still 4:46 left to play in what has been a fairly long first quarter, all things considered. All right, so the Lobos back on offense for a second time. And we're going to fake a handoff. Up the pass goes. And that one caught, it looks like, at about the 36-yard line. Let's see, did he hang on? Nope, didn't hang on to it, so it'll be incomplete. Intended target over there was Didi Williams. Here's the offensive line for the Lobos. Fernando Longoria out at left tackle. Jaden Jackson left guard. Eddie McMillan's the center. Cedric Reitner is the right guard. Jamarian George the right tackle. Of course, tight end Brian Williams. The receivers, Didi Williams on one side. We're going to see a lot of Kiefer Doxey and Jaden Herndon and Jace Peterson as well. Of course, Boosie and Buster Mumphrey typically in the backfield. Rolling down on second down. This one caught at the 45. Ball jarred loose, however, and they're going to say incomplete pass as Buster couldn't hang on to it. Got separated from the safety Jeremiah Byers on there with the big hit. Now it's 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, play action pass. You have your fullback out there in the flat. It's a wet ball, and it's a tough task to ask your fullback to try to catch that pass. As soon as the ball hit him, the defender, he was able to separate it to bring up 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10, row back under center now on 3rd down, and we'll hand it off. And there's Boosie trying to shake loose, and he will be taken out of bounds about a yard, maybe a yard and a half short of the first down, right on the midfield stripe. And I would think John King's probably thinking about why don't we go for it here.
Absolutely. Bringing in this heavy formation here. 4th and 2 yards looks like there. I'm not satisfied with punting the ball back to them with the ball at the 50-yard line. I want to run it down your throat. I want to humiliate you early and let you think about this game all night long.
You're a little aggressive tonight, Keaton. I'll be honest with you.
This rain delay
got you fired up. All right, 4th down and 2. Back to the ground. And 1st down more. Boosie on the loose to the 35-yard line for a pickup of 15 more. And he's just moved up another spot as he passes Caden Meredith's 2019 total to become the 5th all-time single-season Russian leader in Lobo history.
Establish your dominance. Is exactly what King did there. Boosie is showing you, too, as well, why he is who he is. Tough runs there. He got 3 tough, big carries right now. That brings up the 1st down.
1st down, 10 Lobos. Rowe, handoff, a little delayed handoff, and things got stood up right at the 35-yard line for Buster Mumphrey, no gain. 2nd down and 10 coming up for Longview.
Yeah, Buster was unable to find any room there to be able to get to the next level there as he was suffocated and stopped for a no-gainer.
So I'm going to ask you, Keith, how long do you play Boosie tonight?
I'm not playing him after the first half, if you ask me. I've seen enough from him, especially if he continue. Actually, if he reel off another touchdown run right here, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done
Yeah.
with him. I've seen enough. I definitely don't want to go into the playoffs. I want him for 6 more weeks, not 6 more quarters.
Yeah, we learned that. Hand off to Boosie here. And he'll, pile forward to about the 31-yard line for a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, respectfully speaking, if we can score right here and go up 21-0, as long as we continue to keep taking care of business on defense, I'm not going to worry about trying to play him again on offense.
You know, we lost Taylor to a hand injury last year, and you could tell going into the playoffs we were definitely shorthanded. We weren't ready for that. Even though we had Boosie on the team, we weren't ready for losing that guy.
No.
Hand off Mumphrey, and he will, go down to about the 27 maybe yard line, 28 at the best, and it's going to bring up another 4th down. They've got to get to the 25 for the first, and boy, they're marking them a lot more advantageously for the Lobos than it looked like, all the way to the 26-yard line.
I concur with you on that statement there. It looks like the referee said, no, we're going to continue to keep giving him more yards because he was rolling.
Well, if that's how it works, 4th down and a yard. They've gotten 1 4th down conversion. Buster for another one across the 25-yard line. And now the scrum will push him to the 20, where it'll bring up another 1st down for Longview as we roll up on the 2-minute mark here in the first quarter.
That is right. Buster for another 1st down. The chains keeps moving as we are on right there, right outside the red zone. No, we're right there at the red zone with the ball on the 20-yard line as this quarter is rolling to 2 minutes.
All right, so 1st down and 10. This drive started back on the 42 following the punt by Royse City, and Lobos have tried to pass, and then we're going to grind this thing out on the ground. Actually tried 2 passes. We're going to run it here, and not much happening. This is going to be a loss. Back to about the 24-yard line. Mason Washington, the ball carrier that time for Longview.
Excellent pursuit by this Bulldog team, being able to stop that outside run for a big loss. It looked like a loss of 4 for Mason Washington. So we're starting with some room behind us right now. We have to make it up right here.
2nd down, 14. Mason checking out. Doxy in the game now. Yeah, I think we're waiting for an extra player. Here he comes. Brian Williams going to check in.
Got your big tight end coming in. Both teams are substituting.
So Doxy goes one way. Jace Peterson, the receiver, comes to the right. And rolling, handed off to Boosie going left. And he got strung out, bumped, and now he's trying to change directions. And this went all bad. Lost back to about the 34-yard line. Making the tackle, senior linebacker Billy Jones for a loss of 10. And now it's 3rd down and 24.
That stretch play wasn't stretching. You couldn't get outside. You couldn't find a hole to get open. He tries to do a cutback, and that cutback was a cut wrong as we get tackled for a loss, and it's 3rd and looks like 25 now.
He almost handed 5th place right back.
Mm-hmm.
For just a second there, sitting at the house, Caden Meredith almost gained his spot right back. All right, so 3rd down in a bunch. Lobos can get a 1st down at the 10. Peterson's top of the screen, and we got a whistle before we ever get rolling. 5 yards backward. Well, this was really nice to the 20, then -4, -10, -5, and all of a sudden, not so nice. And they decide that'll run out the quarter. So when we come back after the break, Lobos face 3rd down and 29. We'll do that when we return here on Longview Game Day.
Our offense was dominating this year. Fast, powerful, virtually unstoppable. In fact, the only slow member of the team was me. When I was sidelined with ankle pain, it put the whole season at risk. So, just like when my players need the best care, I turned to a proven provider. Now, I'm back in the game.
Get the care you need at physician-owned Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine and Joint Hospital or visit tsjh.org to find a specialist today.
Alrighty, welcome back to Royse ISD Stadium. Before we start the second quarter, one more shout out to our game sponsor tonight, Gans & Smith Insurance Agency. Appreciate you guys helping us get these games on the road to Lobo fans. Back over to Chuck.
All right, third down. And by the way, during the quarter break, you didn't get to see it, but DeAndre Mitchell for Longview was awarded a $250 scholarship from the folks at Dave Campbell's, who were giving one player from each team a scholarship for what they believe was their game of the week that they were doing. All right, back to pass row on 3rd and 29. He's deciding to pull it down, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and now up to 31 to go as he gets officially sacked for a loss of 2 yards.
Yeah, there was no need to force an ill-advised throw there, put the throw in traffic or put it in harm's way. Just took off and run with it and just take what you can and just live to fight another day. Let's punt the ball off and let's put them in a bad territory and hopefully let's make them drive the field.
From your playing experiences, Keaton, does the Lobos have a 4th and 30 play in the rain?
Always, but no, we don't need to
3rd
use
and
it.
30, sorry about that.
That's called pass interference is the one you're looking for. Here's a snap to Mitchell. He gets this one up, and it'll roll over. Fair catch called for. Wet ball nicely done at about the 15-yard line, and Royse City will take over there.
Make them drive 85 yards as opposed to making them drive the ball 60 yards. We'll take that all day long, especially in this rain. With the way your defense is flying around and playing, you don't see them reeling off any big plays anytime soon. So gotta love the way your quarterback was able to be smart with that and not throwing the ball away. And not throwing the ball in harm's way and potentially causing a turnover.
All right, so at the 15, Royse City goes back to work now. Peyton Peoples has been in here since the first play of the game, and he'll be back at quarterback again on this one. They hand off and breaking this one to the 25-yard line. Royse City's going to pick up, I think, their first down of the ball game as Xavier Brown scrambles around for. Is he on the 10? It looks like he's right at the 10 marker, and here they come.
Yeah, I don't have a size measuring sheet on my roster, but that's a big kid. He looks like a big kid, and he ran tough on the last drive, so they're doing a good job in trying to give him the ball to try to eat up some yardage here.
Did we get a sideline warning just there? I think that may be what the official just had said.
I agree with you.
All right, so it's first down to the 25-yard line. Tight end kind of re-shifting. There's Peoples rolling to his left. We'll toss it out that way. And Lobos, again, are all over there, but they're a little sloppy on the tackle. They'll get out to about the 33-yard line. On the reception that time, number 5, that's Camarion Clark, who will pick up about 7.
Trying to go for big tackles instead of securing the tackle has not been a recipe for success for us this season. It's one of the things that we've definitely decreased doing, so we've been tackling a lot better as the season has been going along. But right now, with it being wet and you're playing the last place team, you have to continue to keep your focus and being able to bring this into the right.
They'll hand it to Brown on 2nd down and 3, and boy, he just kind of went into the pile, and the pile didn't budge. No gain on the play. It brings up 3rd down, and you could probably name off half the Lobo linemen on that tackle. With Tyson Johnson and DeKalen Nelson were both there, and brings up 3rd down and about 3.
We had our camera shot on Coach Buns right before that play. You got to know he's happy with the way his D-line just stood them up there to bring this 3rd down, bringing them to this 3rd down.
Yeah, so 3rd down and 3. And by the way, John Barry and crew, that's Josh Rankin, Scott Hart, Brandon Bonds, and Pat House, just have gotten this thing better and better and better as the year's gone on. And again, culminated last week with the shutout. And on the direct snap, the quarterback drops the ball and has to fall on it back at the 30-yard line. And we got an injured player. It looks like one of the offensive linemen is at the bottom of that pile. And that's actually the tight end they had back there for the direct snap. And it's going to bring up 4th down, but we're going to have a player down on the field we're going to have to tend to first.
And Keaton, I think I'm going to keep the headset on for a little bit. Feels like one of those nights tonight.
Keep it on. Third person on set. Kind kind of shut me up a little bit as
No,
I've been on.
I'm gonna bring you further into the deep end.
You know it. Just put that battery. Continue to put that battery in my back.
Offensive lineman down is Andres Gonzalez for Royse City. This is the one thing you want to escape from this game with if you're the Longview Lobos is no injured players.
Absolutely right. You definitely don't want to go into the playoffs with injuries, and you definitely don't want to go into the playoffs playing badly. You want to be able to clean up your mistakes. This is kind of a cleanup deal. You want to continue to keep getting better and better. You don't want to go backwards going into the playoffs, because once you go to the playoffs, we all know you're not guaranteed next week.
Now, and this is the wrong weather conditions. If you were the Longview offensive staff and you wanted to work on throwing the football around a little bit tonight, we kind of shied completely away from it last week. I think we had 13 yards of passing offense last week against North Forney. So coming out tonight, not taking the weather into consideration, you figure get a lead, work on throwing the ball a little bit. But with the weather like it is, I bet we don't hardly throw 5 passes tonight.
In their defense, based on our 3 years' worth of experience, this is more likely to happen in the playoffs than a nice night.
Yeah, folks brought up the Alito game earlier. I'm bringing up the Lufkin game because I want to think about a win.
That's right.
instead of thinking about that loss. But that was the past. We can only control what we can control now. This is a brand new group. It's a different group, a group of kids that wasn't around for that game. So all they know is win, and let's continue to keep that winning streak going.
Yeah, Lobos, by the way, 24 straight years in the playoffs, and they have won 20 straight district games, which is now the second longest streak, I believe, in school history that we're playing with.
Impressive streak to have.
You know how to respond to that, Keaton?
Keep winning.
How you like us now?
How you like us now? That's right.
The grass ain't always greener, folks.
Hey, Coach King was in rare form last week in that interview, and you got to love it. Hey, and on top of that, we're putting it on a shirt. So go visit Joe Carroll at the Lobos store. She's going to have merch for the playoffs starting, I believe, this Tuesday. So make sure you get out and see them. Tell them Longview Game Day sent you, and I want to see you guys in the place showing your nice shirts on next Friday or Saturday night, whatever day we decide.
Good news for the Bulldogs. Gonzalez walks off under his own power. Here's the punt. Bubba's going to let that hit, and it'll roll. Oh, boy. Wind-aided roll inside the 15 where it'll stop at the 14-yard line. That's a big old punt with a lot of wind behind you, and if you're their punter who already had one disastrous snap.
We saw it.
You take that. What were we knowing?
We saw some lightning.
Very close and a big one. Keaton, you see the whole east side lit straight up.
We don't want that. We make that go away.
Well, the good news, letting that punt bounce.
What was the good news about that?
I'm trying to listen to the announcement here, and I believe we're in a delay.
We have another delay.
Yep. Well,
no.
Mark the time on the clock. It's 8:43. We're going to be at least 30 minutes before we're going to get to go again, and now we get some big rumbling thunder, and the players are hustling off the field. When they heard the thunder, off they all went, and so they're going to empty the stands. They'll get all the kids off the field along with the coaches. And Frank, what's the play going to be here?
You know what? We'll let you guys decide. We want to bear it out for 30 minutes and just kill some dead air, or turn it off and come back. What do you think?
I think we know we got 30 minutes. Why don't we kill it, and we can, if we're not getting more lightning, we may pop on a little bit early and get things set back up again. But we know we're at least a 30-minute break. All right, so with that being said, we've got a 14-0 Lobo lead. We are 8 minutes and 56 seconds left to play in the first half, and the lightning is actually crackling around us pretty good right now. I would expect this is maybe going to be more than 30 minutes. We're going to be delaying this game, so we're going to break out of here. We'll let you know again back on social media when we're ready to restart this thing. Otherwise, it is what it is. It's going to be one of those nights tonight.
Yeah. Check back about around 9:15.
There is a realistic scenario where the coaches decide
that's enough.
Call it. Yeah.
We'll see.
It is feasible.
We'll see what they're going to do, and we'll let you know as soon as we know. You're watching us here on Longview Game Day. Thanks for tuning in. We're going to try to do our best to make sure we stick here as long as they stay here.